Well, Qantas has been ranked as the world's safest airline for 2025 by 42000feet.com. 142 airline carriers were analysed. Joining us now is the editor of the airline auditing site, 42000feet.com, Geoffrey Thomas. Jeff, good to see you as always. Thanks for your time. That's good news, of course, for Australian flyers. What were the factors behind Qantas taking out the top spot?
Well, Ash, we take a range of criteria. First of all, the number of incidents, whether they've had an accident, whether they've been involved with innovations, safety innovations, also whether they've done safety audits, the IOSA audit, the FAA audit, the EU audit, and also the profitability. We put all of those metrics together and we came out with Qantas as being the safest airline in the world.
Okay, well, Qantas would be happy to hear that. Who rounded out the top five?
Well, we've got Qatar Airways, Air New Zealand, Cathay Pacific and Emirates rounded that out, and Virgin Australia was just outside at number 6. So there's some top quality carriers in that grouping. And in fact, we rated 20 airlines for the top 20. And then we also rated low-cost airlines as well. And Hong Kong Express, HK Express came out on top with Jetstar right behind them. So there's some great airlines in that grouping.
And did you look at the ones that came at the bottom? You've been auditing the airline sector, I know, for a long time now, Jeff. Are there many airlines you wouldn't fly on?
Yes, look, there are some airlines that I definitely wouldn't fly on. And of course, a lot of that has to do with where they fly. For instance, in Nepal, if you're flying up to airports like Lukla in Nepal, perched on the side of a mountain, unfortunately, sadly, the fatality rate is unfortunately quite high. So certainly there are airlines that I wouldn't fly on. But it's typically they're off the beaten track where most people wouldn't go anyway.
I assume air travel, Jeff, is only getting safer and safer every year. Is that a fair assumption to make?
Look, it is. I guess the issue there, though, is air travel is getting safer, although the volume of traffic is increasing significantly. Air travel doubles every 15 years. And of course, we've had a bit of a hiccup with COVID, of course, which put a bit of a dent in that. But we're now well above pre-2019 levels. But the other dynamic, though, is that social media has increased dramatically. So any tiny incident on an aeroplane is uploaded within seconds and becomes viral. So people get concerned about air travel more than they were before. But it is definitely getting safer, notwithstanding the accidents we had in America at the beginning of the year, which were really quite unusual and certainly a blip on what is otherwise a very, very positive, improving trend.
When we look at air safety regulation, are there certain countries that stand out to you as being really sort of top-notch?
Oh, look, absolutely. Australia, Canada, the United States, United Kingdom, European countries, they are, well and truly up the best of the best and very stringent with their requirements. You've got, unfortunately, on the flip side of that, you've got countries in Africa, South America, parts of Asia, where the regulations are not as stringent. And also you have a situation where the government owns the airline, the government controls the regulator, or the regulator is not up to standard. So there are some red flags in certain parts of the world. But to your question, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United States and Europe and the United Kingdom are absolutely outstanding.
Geoffrey Thomas, always appreciate you joining us with your analysis. Thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure.